We are very honored to still have the likes of the amazing editor-in-chief, Katy Katopodis, here with us this morning. And of course, this is her book, I'm Missing News. And it's basically when hard news and parenting collide is what we're talking about this morning on the show. Now, Katy, in your book, I must say, I really love the way you're able to combine and tell the story of who you really are, because you weave your hard news experiences with your experiences of having to be a mom to two amazing children as well. But let's talk a little bit about some of the news aspects of the story. There was one that I was quite amazed to read about, and without giving too much away, because we still want people to go and buy the book as well, is Once Upon a Time When I Sat on Gaddafi's Lap.
Yes,
Tell me a little bit more
that
about
story.
that.
In fact, that was my favorite chapter to write. I loved writing that chapter. I basically got to sit on Muammar Gaddafi's lap.
Wow.
It wasn't by choice.
Yes.
It wasn't because I wanted to, but there I was, you know, a young journalist going to interview him at Thabo Mbeki's inauguration, and I put my microphone and, you know, I said, General Gaddafi, your impressions of today's event, Thabo Mbeki's inauguration, and he just looked at me and he motioned for me to go and sit on his lap.
Wow.
And I thought he was joking. I thought, no, this cannot actually be true. This can't be happening to me. And he motioned and he said, no, I won't talk to you until you sit on my lap. And Sam Nujoma was sitting next to him. And I refused. I said, no, I'm a hard journalist.
Yes.
And before I knew it, somebody had pushed me
my
onto his lap. And there I was sitting on Gaddafi's lap. I was mortified. I thought, I cannot believe this is happening to me. And he was quite in his element, stroking my hair. It was actually a bit creepy. But yes, I loved writing the chapter because I tell it as a fairy tale.
You do,
I don't actually tell it in terms of a hard news story, but I tell it in the form of a fairy tale and the treasure collectors, because I think journalists are treasure collectors, you know? And we've got these golden woven bags and we put all our treasures in there, and you're only as wealthy as, you know, as your bag is full.
That's right. And that's, I think, what we love about this book is you bring it across as a story that you would tell your child.
Yes.
You know, because essentially this is about a mom who's trying to live her life, to live her dreams, but also trying to give herself to her children as well. And I think that this is your struggle throughout the book as well, as it is for many moms around the world, in whatever career, is how do I give 100% of myself, 100% of my time, and is it even possible? And who loses out?
Can I be honest? I don't think it's possible, and I don't think we should lose sleep trying to do 100% or give 100% of ourselves 100% of the time. It's not going to happen. So give as much of yourself as you can in that moment, and then move on. And it's so okay. And I like to bring my children into my world. I think it's important that they're part of my world and part of my life. And you see a picture of them here with the gold medal swimmers. And I like to expose them to these things. And you know, I very proudly say my boys know who Madiba is, and they know that the president is Jacob Zuma and that his deputy is Kgalema Motlanthe. And it's important for me. And I sit them in front of the TV and I say, boys, you won't understand what this is about, but this is history in the making. Watch.
But that's what I love about you, Katy, and that's what I love about the book as well, is that you're so brutally honest with this topic. I think as women, we always feel like we're guilty all the time, like we're not giving enough, we're not giving enough. And you say it's actually okay.
It's okay.
They will be fine.
It's also okay not to have the guilt, actually, because I know that there are many times where I think, oh, I suppose I should be feeling guilty because I'm not at home, and I actually don't. But that's fine, because I know when I go home, I will get these two screaming boys, you know, who run a mommy, and they'll be 100% okay.
Wow. Well, thank you so much for being with us on the show this morning.
Much.
And I think that this is a brilliant read. You need to get this book. Katy's going to be doing a whole lot of book launches and book signings, I'm sure, around the country. Of course, follow her on Twitter and find out where you can find this book. But if you don't have it yet, we are giving away 5 signed copies this morning of I'm Missing News. And all you have to do is SMS the word COMP, that's C-O-M-P, to 33728, followed by your name and city, and you could be walking away with this very, very interesting book. If you're a mom and you're struggling with the idea of how do I do what I want to do and live my dream and still be a great mom, all the answers right here. We'll see you right back after the break.